Happy New Year 2016! Today we bring you on a walkthrough of the warehouse and our newest projects. All that and more today at Hak5. This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by Domain.com.
Hello and welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen.
My name is Shannon Morse.
It's your weekly dose of Technolust.
Welcome to the show, everybody, and Happy New Year, because it's probably 2016 where you are right now.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Unless you're like on the Hak5 YouTube channel just hitting refresh. Crazy.
Ooh, good luck.
Oh man. This has been an amazing year. I can't believe it has been just over a year, in fact, since we've moved over to the Hak5 warehouse, and man, what an adventure it has been. We've seen such a transformative year.
It's been an insane year. We have done a ton of new projects here at the warehouse, and we've also done a lot of new shows. For example, Tech
That's
Thing.
right, Tech Thing, which, I mean, it's, you know what?
We brought back ThreatWire.
We brought back ThreatWire. We launched Pentest with Hak5.
Yeah, which was amazing.
Yes, I mean, people had been asking us for the longest time, like, it'd be so cool if you did security training and make so many cool security tools, and they're right. We just never had the space to do it before. And
now we do.
And now we've been able to do open houses with like what was it, like cage
Open
match
houses,
drone battles,
cage match, and we have barbecues and everything. We even had a garage sale.
Yeah, we have like a little mini hackerspace going on here, and
cool.
It's because of you that we've been able to live the dream and do this, which has been so exciting.
I'm pretty stoked. Well, tomorrow I am leaving for CES. So if you're watching this in the future, I am there right now! So I decided, let's do something fun. Let's walk around the warehouse. I can test out my new rig.
I know, right? So okay, so by the way, I am like not envious whatsoever. Have fun at CES.
Oh, I'm going
I'll be
to.
like, you know, watching the tech blogs or something. But this is really cool. Your rig is much different than what we've typically in the past. We've taken something like this, like just a regular camera.
Video camera.
A legit video camera, something with a nice XLR input so we can put on some nice wireless mic packs like I'm wearing here. And you're going a little out of you've
little
gone
hardcore.
a little.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. What is that camera?
It's called the Sony A7R II. It's really nice. I actually talked to my friend Russell Tammany, who pretty much made me techno-lust after this thing. So I decided to splurge and get one, especially for my trip to Japan in May. So I got this, and then on top of that I have a 3.5 to 6.3, 24 millimeter to 240 millimeter lens on it. So it's a honking beast.
Yes, it is.
Of a machine.
I can't wait to see what you get back from the CES show floor with that thing.
Me too.
I think it's pretty good. You know, we should test it out. And
I think so.
Better way to test it out than to take you guys as we wrap up the year, and as we wrap up secret projects, we are now finally able to show you some of the stuff behind the curtain, because like all of the things have come to fruition and I can breathe again.
All of them.
But yeah, it would be really fun to show you guys what has transformed in the last year since we did this, and what better way.
All right.
So let's do just that. Let's start right here in the Magic Studio. In fact, Shannon, check out these buttons. Here. You're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it works better that way.
Actually, I'm going to hand this to you to talk about those little guys.
This camera is such a beast.
It's a little heavy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so as you can see, the studio has changed a lot since the last time we gave you a look behind the cameras. It's not barren anymore, and we actually have a couple of different sets. Starting with the Hak5/Tech Thing set, we have a couple of different hacks that we've been using as a couple of hosts so that we can work behind the scenes at the same time, if that makes sense. So first off, we have arcade cabinet buttons. So no, we're not playing games while we're hosting, which would be kind of weird, but these actually run to a little USB box down below at my foot, and these will change the cameras as we're talking live while it's recording into Adobe Premiere. So we're able to switch all the cameras from our hosting places, which actually works pretty well. Surprisingly, these were pretty easy to put into this table. It wasn't too hard. So yeah, it's an arcade cabinet now. And then we have our Super Nintendo gaming controllers. So this is USB charged with a little micro USB on the top. Basically, this lets us start and stop the recording on Premiere as well. So this is programmed to run into the computer, the same one that these arcade cabinet controls are, and it will start the recording and then end the recording. We can also switch with these too, and you might be able to see on the TV back there when I switch from A, B, Y, and X, it'll change the different cameras as well. So pretty cool. Lastly, we have our teleprompter rig. So this is a Logitech keyboard. You can't find these online anymore, unfortunately, and if you can, they're like $100, which is insane because I'm pretty sure this started around 20. Also charged off USB, so very easy to use. And it's just a regular keyboard. You can plug this into any PC you want. So we rigged this up with our PC that runs our teleprompter. So this is nice because I can start and stop it with the spacebar. And I can also control where I want to start by scrolling up on the little mouse pad, and so on and so forth. So very easy to run, and then I simply escape to get back into which script I want to check out. Other than that, yeah, we've created this set, and then we also have a couple of other sets on the other side. So we have our ThreatWire set, which is basically where we stand once a week and talk to you about the internet security news and freedom that you want to know about. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon, by the way, for that. And if we lift up, we have our green screen, where I did a lot of hack tips, and hopefully I'll be bringing those back if we can get more sponsorships for that show. Really, really want to bring back hack tips. From here, I think, yeah, that's about it for the studio. Everything over here is probably the same as what you saw at the firehouse. So I think it's time to check out Darren's office. Beware, last time we saw it, it was really, really messy.
What? It's not that bad. Okay, it's pretty bad. It's come a long way since the firehouse, but I'm like a goldfish. You just give me a bigger tank. This is my most prized project that I've been working on. This is a Kerball, which is what happens when Kirby gets into a little ball shape, and she's actually just helping me build my upgoers, my spaceships, which are not doing so great, but I don't have a whole lot of time to do some gaming anyway. Over here we're doing some 3D printing as well as the large format printing, which I love to do, and this is fun because I can actually show you now some prototypes that we've been working on. So this is a case for a prototype of the Wi-Fi Pineapple Tetra that we just announced, as well as the Wi-Fi Pineapple Nano. There are extra cutouts in this one so we can access the serial, which is actually not populated in the header, but you can find the pins right inside of there. So this was one of those things where in development, having a 3D printer was so useful instead of having to deal with, like, for instance, this monstrosity, and you're like, oh, it's the only one and it just came off the assembly line and you don't want to damage it, so you put it in a 3D printed case. I'd say I'd put the STLs up, but they don't really benefit anyone, but yeah, that's what's going on there. Otherwise, I'm doing on IRC a lot, doing a lot of illustration, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere over there. And then of course, I'm fighting with some Python over here. There's a really cool project from one of our Hak5 viewers that incorporates AIS as well as ADSB, and then puts it on a nice Google map. But it's very complex in that it uses Node and a bunch of other dependencies that I'm just kind of struggling with, but that's neither here nor there. Otherwise, of course, we have the Hak5 monkeys chilling out, doing their things. What else have I been doing? Oh, you know what, lately, this is a fun one. I actually just had to do a video demonstrating how to make all of this fit. So that's the Pineapple Nano in its tactical case. And here's kind of like the evolution of it, which is kind of fun to see. That one was too small. This one was too big, that one is just right. So the funny thing about this one is it'll actually fit like one of these massive batteries. So if you need like a 2-day deployment or something, and I'm so stoked to have like a little Hak5 thingy on the inside. Actually, we did the same thing here for the tactical bag for the Tetra. This is the original sample, and it was too small. So I had it customized, of course, because I rock massive laptops like my 15-inch Lenovo, and I'm pretty proud of that. So this thing is just epic, and of course, got the Hak5 print. So happy with the way that this turned out. Of course, this one is like covered in Kirby fur because that's just what she does. She leaves her mark everywhere. But that's like the biggest thing that I've been doing here in this office for the last year, really, is working on these two guys. So happy to be moving to the next phase of that project. Otherwise, that's pretty much my office. I know, it's not much. Just a Windows quad-core i7 and a Linux quad-core i7 and this mess. And I know, you know what? I got beef with Synergy. This is it. I fought with Synergy for the longest time, and right now this is what I'm doing. You know what? I admit it. I just give up, and I grab the wrong mouse every single time, and I don't care, and I know there are better ways, and I've tried a KVM, so don't even tell me in the comments. You're right. The lag on KVMs going from Windows to Linux is insane, but from Linux to Windows is perfect. So it's like, maybe I'm on the wrong distro. I just need to get on Gen 2 or something. Let's go check out Shannon's office, see if it's any better. Let's come down the hallway. Oh, actually right now, where are we? Where are we? Where is the kitchen? Yeah, the kitchen's in the kitchen with his Pizza John, of course. Gotta have one of those. Superman, ducks, YouTube, pineapple, 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 Hack Across America, pineapple, pineapple, New York Times, pineapples. And girls only.
Oh, hey there! I was just trying to fix my lovely little dinosaur patch over there. I have a whole bunch of dinosaurs that are hanging out with my nativity scene from Christmas with my little baby Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know, right? And obviously, they belong in the Peace Garden. I mean, when do they not? So I have a short story about this room. We knew that this was going to be like the ladies' office, so we could stay away from all the guys because they smell really bad. So when I got back from my honeymoon, turns out Sarah really took that seriously and she decided to decorate. So we have this beautiful like princessy thing going on up here, and I have this gorgeous little fupa thing going on here of, I don't know what you would call that, but it's cute. I really like it. So I think they did a great job. I try to keep this room to just working on office type stuff. So I write segments in here, I research, publish, do things of that nature. Hardware wise, I don't really keep anything in here except for like, I don't know, past projects that I might keep, like the DEF CON badge from DC 801. That was pretty cool from back in DEF CON this year. And then I keep all my books up here so that I can get to reading them eventually. But the really cool spaces that we wanted to show you guys are the work horses, the warehouse. This is the big guy. This is where everything else happens. Are you ready? Are you ready, Darren? You ready? Let's go. So you probably noticed everything on this side is specifically dedicated to the hack shop, and yeah, compared to the firehouse, we have a little bit more room, just enough for all of our things. Over here is our chill out lounge where we can sit on these, what do we call these things? Poofs? Poofs, which, oh God. Well, they're very squishy, but it works. So we have our chill out lounge dedicated to this space, and then we have a projector set up that we can run down right there so we can play some video games like those. But my favorite part, of course, is my workspace. So I have a beautiful table right here where I can do all my soldering and everything away from the office that doesn't have really good fans or external, I guess, external ventilation. So I have this set up. So I have my nice mat. Most recently, oh, this is kind of cool. So we've been doing build videos for Tech Thing, and we've been giving them to our patrons, only for patrons. So if you sign up on Patreon, you get to see all these cool build videos that we do. So most recently I did this one with a cute little snow pie, which is basically a little Raspberry Pi GPIO ported device that lets you light up a whole bunch of little LEDs. It's super, super cute when it lights up, so I love this thing. I did too, so I might do a giveaway or something. I don't know, we'll see. I also have my Arduino powered skull head. So this one would basically be triggered by photo sensors, photoresistors. And as the shadow passes over them, it would move as if it was following you around the room. It totally creeped out everybody who was drunk at my party. It was awesome. And then of course, you guys remember the Nyan cat. He's so cute, and he still exists. And that was a spider. Don't ask, just don't ask. Moving on.
And this is where Robert Heron reviews a bunch of TVs. It's awesome to be able to let creative people do their cool stuff here. It's also the home to the giraffe, which he just doesn't fit in the actual studio. So maybe if we start using the actual warehouse section as a studio more, we'll do that. You may hear some dogs on the other side of this wall though, so that's actually Shannon. But this is one of the reasons why we don't shoot as much out here. But I really want to, because a lot of fun stuff happens over here. As you can see, I've gone a little drone nuts. It's kind of like my one little like escape from Hak5 and all the other development stuff that I have to do. So I like it though, because it's very much like building a computer back in the 90s with like picking the different parts and figuring out like, oh, these generate that amount of thrust. And if I pair them with these motors and those ESCs, then I'll be able to lift a kilogram, and it's just fun. So some of the cool builds around here lately, let's see. I think I already showed off the Zugong. I love that guy, the Zugong Pro. I just built this guy, I love it. This is an F330 using these 2204s at 1200 kV with these Gropner 5030 props, or no, they're 5050 props, or 8050. These things are insane. I'm getting like a 30-minute runtime off this. We just recently used it on Tech Thing with a FLIR camera to do some infrared imaging or whatever that is, and that was awesome fun. Otherwise, I've been doing a lot of racing, so I have a 250 Basher. This is just a QAV 250 I built with a Naze 32. And I've been learning to fly acro or rate mode, which allows me to do cool, like, you know, flips and stuff like that. But this guy just like takes beatings. Like, I've honestly run this thing into a telephone pole at 60 miles an hour. So that one, of course, is going to need to get registered. This one isn't going to need to get registered because it is only 100 grams. This is I think 120 millimeter rotor to rotor, and the guy is rocking these 1104 motors. I love this thing to fly around the warehouse with. It's just so much fun on a rainy day to be able to fly indoors, and it's brushless, so lasts forever. Otherwise, some other builds that I've been doing over here include this ZMR 180. I'm rocking these 4-inch dowel props here. Or no, these are HQs. All right, I just went trying HQs at the Berkeley Marina. If you're in the Bay Area, Berkeley Marina most Sundays, FPV quadcopter racing. Otherwise, we've got a little underground thing going over here in Point Richmond as well. And this has been a blast. What I'm really excited and proud about is I love a case. I mean, if you've been following Wi-Fi Pineapples, obviously you know that I love things that fit perfectly. The Nano is a perfect example of that. And this is my 210. I want to say it's a QAV 210, but it's kind of a knockoff. But this carbon fiber frame, this is built low profile to fit in this Pelican case with the batteries and all of the other accessories just Velcroed in here. And what's epic about this guy is, even with the battery and the antennas and everything, whole thing weighs 240 grams, which means I'm not going to be registering this FPV racer anytime soon, unless the law changes. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, other fun stuff that's going on over here is pretty much just a laser cutter. Just started using this guy again to make art and stuff. Let me see if I can get this guy going. This is kind of fun. Basically, there's a bucket here. Just got to make sure that I got water flowing through the bucket. There we go. So it's actually water cooled, and there's a 40-watt laser tube in the back. I've been doing a little bit of art and crafts projects and stuff like that. So I can, you know, it's just CNC, so I can move around here and actually like draw lines with a laser. Normally I take an EPS file or something like that into CorelDRAW, and there we go. I've created a box. How exciting. Yeah, so that's pretty much some of the fun projects that I've been working on here in the warehouse. Let me know if you're interested in any of this stuff too, because it'd be fun to do some Hak5 stuff regarding my other hobby that is quadcoptery goodness. But with all of that, let's just work our way back over to the studio. There's a back door in the studio. Did you know? All you have to do is go. Should we show them the code, Shannon?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just kind of learn the pattern after a while. It's really intuitive. And we're back in the studio. If you've been watching Hak5 for a while, you know how much we love domain.com. And you know what? Hey guys, thanks for the hoodie. And they're affordable, they're fast, they're reliable, they're easy to use. Shannon and I use them all the time. They're a go-to place when we want to bring our ideas to the internet. They've got a domain discovery system that makes it easy to take your mind and put it into the internet, and then your website's up and running in no time at all. And you know what's best of all? That they are huge fans of Hak5. They've been supporting us for years, and they've got the hookup for you. That's right, if you use the coupon code HAK5, you get an extra 15% off when you check out at domain.com. So, when you think domain names, think domain.com. Well, that just about wraps up this backstage episode of Hak5. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun to do.
Behind the stage, all of them.
And I'm looking forward to so many amazing projects that we're going to be able to get into 2016. So stay tuned for us getting back on the ball with the regularly scheduled Technolust. Same Technolust station, same Technolust time? I'm not really sure.
Until then, of course, you can always find us on the social networks. You can go to hak5.org/follow to find all of our social networks. I will be in CES for the week until I think January 7th. So if you live out there or you want to meet up while I'm at CES, tweet me, and who knows, maybe there will be a bar nearby. Yay!
Same thing if you're in Tokyo.
Yes,
right?
In May.
There we go.
So I'll figure that out in the future.
And I actually, we haven't gotten confirmation on this, but there's a good chance that we're all going to be out in Vegas again in January. So it's just going to be,
So
I want to
much
talk
Vegas.
More stuff soon on that one. Man, so that's what I hate about the secret project. This one though is like NDA secret project. Like it's not mine to talk about.
I
but
know.
anyway, so
Find us on all the places. Thank you for supporting us for so long as you have. You can always go to hakshop.com to find all the cool products that we have been coming out with.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, that's where and you'll find the links to all the goodies there, as well as in the show notes right here. Leave a comment. Let us know your New Year's resolution. Mine is 320 by 240. That's right, I'm going 240p in 2016.
Mine is 8K.
You mean kilobytes?
Yes.
I'm Darren Kitchen.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Trust your Technolust. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.